Hey, welcome back to SP Ramble. Jenny's working out of town all this week, and I wanted to do something to surprise her when she gets back. So what I wanted to do was improve the lighting in our hanging lockers. Right now, up in the hallway, it's really dark and dim. A couple years ago, I installed some of these little battery-powered motion-activated LED lights, and they run off 3 AAA batteries, and we use rechargeable batteries. So these things, up on the ceiling, 2 in her locker and 1 in my locker, they're kind of bright for a little bit, but then they start getting dim over time. I was kicking around the idea of using some of those strip lights that we have for all of our ambient lighting around the boat. They're all mounted up underneath the drip rail here, all in the salon and in the head and galley. So a while back, we picked up these few boxes of these LED strip lights, and supposedly warm light. They're a lower amp draw than the other lights we were using, and I didn't like the color so much. So I tested these things out on the starboard side slide out berth. They don't really render a good color, and they're not as bright as the other strip lights. But since I got a couple of rolls of these things, I want to try installing them in the hanging locker. What you got here is just a couple of battery leads. So what we got is a little strip of self-adhesive light, and you can cut them to length and install connectors. They come with a bunch of different connectors, and you just wire them right up into a 12-volt switch and then to the breaker panel. So we had hardwired carbon monoxide detectors in the boat, and after 5 years they expire, and I had to change them out, and I changed them out for self-contained battery powered ones. So I've got this wire running all the way down the length of the boat all the way to the V-berth that is no longer usable. So when you compare it to this little ding dong, these things, it's just a pain in the butt changing batteries and whatnot. So I'm going to go in and put some of these up in the hanging lockers. So after thinking about it for a while, I got this initial upper perimeter installed, and once I got Jenny's clothes haul hung back in there, I thought it might be a good idea to go ahead and run them down the sides. So what I've done is ran the strips all the way down the sides and also along the bottom, so she can see her shoes when she's picking out shoes in the morning. This actually helps light up the locker quite a bit. You can still see everything back there on the top shelf. I think this will work out a lot better. I installed a little magnet right here in the top of the door and mortised in a switch that turns on and off the light. Off, on, off, on. And these the contact range is actually pretty good. You can see you get within about a half an inch. I like it. Close the door, turn off the lights. So just for comparison purposes, these are the lights we used to have. These are the little Sylvania battery powered lights. You can kind of rummage around and see what you're doing, but they're motion activated. So now, with the new strip lights, this is what you got. I think you can see a little bit better what you're doing when you're getting dressed in the morning. And in my locker I did the same thing, only I just ran the rope around the top. This is the old light for comparison. This is the new light. Night and day difference. Amazon, you can find that strip lighting. It's 12 volts. I think you could order the 12 volt adapter separately. We didn't order the 12 volt adapter because we don't need it. We just hardwired everything right into the boat. They're only a few bucks, $7 or $8, I think, for a roll. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and we'll get back to you on whatever you have to say. I don't know. Jenny, you're going to have to leave.